Hey all, Jeremy and Josh, co-founders of GMC Do here with you again in lovely month of May 2023. Hope you're enjoying the spring weather. We just had our first ever team hackathon, which we called Prototype-a-thon, because we came up with three incredible ideas that we're going to actually implement into the product. And we are stoked to share them with you right now. So Josh, why don't you share the first one?
Yeah, so Team Outliners worked on a prototype that created a summary of all the text responses from a course. And so it would be a cool way for instructors or participants to learn, what was the sentiment? Was it positive? Or what were the challenges that the participants faced? And that team, I think, really learned that using ChatGPT to kind of summarize the prompt, that worked, but it was really dependent on what data was input. So they learned that the prompt is key to the AI, but also in understanding what data you're analyzing and how you'd like to analyze it makes us realize we need a little more structure to some of our prompts or data so that we can have better insights and output.
Yeah, that's great. And the teams that got to work together worked with teammates that they don't always get a chance to work with, which was great. And so the next team was called Team Wow. And we focused on coach automation to help coaches kind of get a bit of a head start in giving responses and comments, supportive comments to the responses from learners by generating responses that are based on both the prompt in a particular step or exercise, as well as what the actual learner responded in with their text. So you'd be given an idea, then you can go click it and edit it. We always, like GMC do, want a human involved, so you would need to go in and edit that, but it would kind of give you a really great response. And what we did see was, in this case, actually getting the right data in there with the right kind of prompts, as Josh was mentioning, was super helpful and gave some really cool initial responses that then you could edit. And we'll be implementing that one really soon. So stay tuned for that. It'll be our first generative AI implementation. And Josh can share the last one.
Yeah, and Team Knowledge Warriors was looking at our engagement score data. So they were really trying to understand for all those courses where we saw really high engagement, what might have led to that or what components of a course are leading to high engagement. So some of their early insights led them to think about how would we actually create something that's actionable, and that led them down the journey of creating a prototype where you could actually predict which people might become disengaged and then send them a nudge that would come out either in email or in-app and prompt them to continue on their learning journey. And so I think they were definitely learned a lot about like how do we actually create action out of data. And it's always good to get team members who some are closer to data and some are less, so it's always good to get that like communication and learning happening between the teams so that we get that the whole team can act in a more sort of data centric way. So I think they came out with a really cool idea.
Yeah, and they had a ringer with our head of design, so their design was beautiful too. But what we saw was there's tons of things that we're going to continue to do with our engagement data to create actionable interventions for all different roles, learners, coaches, and admins alike. So we're really excited to continue on that pathway this year. Have an awesome rest of the month, y'all. Please stay tuned for the implementation of these product features and more as we continue to leverage AI and other new modalities. And we'll talk with you soon.